My fondest memory of working with Peter is working with Peter. We traveled the world together. We went to South Africa together to cover an election. We went to Cuba together to cover the Pope. We went to California to cover earthquakes together. He taught me how to be an anchorman. He's the best anchorman there ever was. It was one of the great professional privileges to work for him, and one of the great personal privileges to be a pal from time to time. And it's just, honestly, it's just very sad. I'm glad for Peter that it's over, and I'm sorry for his family and how it ended.
Yeah. How do you think Peter would look back upon his career?
Well, on the one hand, I think Peter would say that he got to do all of the things that he set out to do as a reporter. He covered all of the great stories from civil rights in America to Vietnam to Watergate to 9/11 and all of the things of the last few years. And I think that Peter would say that there were all sorts of more things to cover that he couldn't even describe. Peter, to me, is the single most naturally curious person I've ever known. Mm-hmm. And so it's all those, on the one hand, it's everything he did cover from the Middle East and everything else, to all of those things that will happen that I guarantee it ticked him off that he wasn't going to get a piece of.
Mm-hmm. And he was so determined because, Aaron, as you know, even since the announcement that he made back in April that he was going into chemotherapy, he was going to fight the good fight and learn to live with cancer, as so many people have, that he wasn't going to lay back and take time out for his treatment. He was in the trenches by phone or email every single day to the staff of World News Tonight.
Well, someday we'll know how much Peter was able to do and how much was, honestly, ABC correctly and honorably protecting the image of Peter. Peter, from the moment he announced, if you go back and listen to, and I have a dozen times, go back and listen to what he said the night that he announced he had the cancer in that horribly raspy, painful voice. It was pretty clear then that Peter was saying goodbye. He talks about the relationship of anchorman and viewer and how anyone who takes that for granted, who does what we do, is a fool. And I was in Rome when I heard it, and I thought that's, Peter saying goodbye. And so I think from the get-go, he knew that the odds of winning this one were very small, and but he fought courageously.